In Nepali folklore, tragedy rarely starts in the palace. Here, it starts in a sparrow's nest. A new stepmother bird feeds poisonous food to her chicks, and one by one, they tumble out into the darkness below. The human queen of the realm witnesses this avian tragedy and is gripped by fear. To protect her own 3 children, she forces a solemn vow from the king. If she dies, he must never remarry. He agrees. But vows in folktales are fragile things. When the queen eventually passes away, the king gives in to the pleas of his children and takes a new wife. That single broken promise creates a vulnerability that threatens the entire royal line. By breaking his word, the king invites a direct threat right into the center of his children's lives. Friction sparks almost immediately. The 2 young princes make a reckless mistake, shooting 2 doves right outside the palace window. The new stepmother retaliates with a ruthless ultimatum, forcing the children to choose between their home and the wilderness. We can see how final this decree is in the text. The new queen leaves a note on the palace door. We see the word tacked, meaning pinned or fastened. The eviction is physically nailed to the door. They can stay in the house while she goes to the jungle, or they can leave. Fearing the consequences, Princes Jalhari, Tilhari, and their sister Tara choose to leave. The 3 siblings go sprinting into the darkness of the dense canopy. In an instant, the safety of the royal court has vanished. The children abandon their home and plunge into a fractured, desperate exile. The jungle quickly separates the siblings, forcing each to face an isolated trial. We start with the eldest brother, Jalhari, who relies on his hot temper and raw aggression. Deep in the wilderness, he discovers 2 magical birds hiding in the forest canopy. These are actually men in disguise. Jalhari skips any negotiation. He relies on sheer bravado, drawing his weapon and threatening to kill the magical beings on the spot. His aggression yields an immediate reward. Terrified of his violence, the birdmen submit and offer him the kingship of their land. Jalhari takes the path of the conqueror. He uses intimidation to secure a crown, but his quick victory leaves him ruling a strange land, completely isolated from his family. The younger brother, Tilhari, faces a different challenge. He wanders into a realm with an unoccupied throne and a terrifying curse. Every night, the locals transform into a pack of feral dogs. They violently attack anyone attempting to sit on that throne. Let's look at this diagram to see Tilhari's solution. He avoids direct combat and relies on defensive engineering. Working frantically before sundown, he constructs a massive barrier. He builds 7 distinct walls in concentric circles around himself. Night falls and the feral pack descends. The attack is brutal. The dogs smash against the defenses and shatter the first 5 layers of stone as the hours drag on. But when morning breaks, the pack retreats. 2 solid walls still stand between Tilhari and the outside world. He survives the night and is declared the permanent king. Tilhari proves that calculated defense and endurance can conquer threats that raw aggression cannot. He has his crown, but like his brother, he is now a king without his siblings. There is a third path in this story. Their sister, Tara, is left completely behind in the jungle maze. While her brothers charged ahead, Tara could not keep up with their long strides and lost them in the brush. The original text doesn't grant her a magical kingdom. As we see here, the text describes her life as pathetic, explicitly defined as pitiful and lacking luxury. She becomes an impoverished mother struggling to survive in the wilderness. Tara's trial is the most difficult because it is the most mundane. She doesn't have a throne to defend. She must simply endure the daily hardship of a broken family. Years pass. Both Jalhari and Tilhari now possess ultimate power and security in their respective kingdoms. But even with their separate successes, the brothers find that power alone is hollow. They realize they miss their old home and begin to search for the family they left behind. They make a quiet joint decision. Both kings abandon their thrones and kingdoms, returning to the jungle to find the past they abandoned. Their search leads them back to their sister. The 3 narrative threads weave back together as the 2 monarchs reunite with Tara in the brush. The brothers' willingness to walk away from their separate crowns demonstrates that their primary loyalty is to their sister, not their political ambition. The 3 siblings finally return to their original palace. They find that time has passed and their parents are already dead. The story reaches its final resolution as the eldest son ascends the throne. The family settles back into the house they were once forced to flee. Their return to the palace marks the end of a long journey. By setting aside their individual crowns, the siblings finally manage to restore the family bond that the broken vow had nearly destroyed.